What's going on? What's cracking? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Thailand TV. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy. Hey, under the stizzles. You know what I'm saying? God in man form. And the prophet de jour. What's cracking? What's going on, everybody? Yeah. Hopefully, I got a couple people on tonight. Thursday night, right before to go into the weekend. Still chilly out here in Minnesota, man. Still ice. Still here. So hope everybody doing all right. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? Much love, man. It's my love show tonight, man. Welcome tonight, man. We're gonna be on some just, you know what I mean, like, positive love vibe, you know what I'm saying? And that's what my Thursday show is all about. I gotta pop off. That's what I do on my show. You know what I'm saying? It's Thailand TV. Welcome. You ain't seen it before. So, you know what I mean? I'm gonna pop off first, and then I'll get into my my topic of the evening eventually. You know what I'm saying? I won't keep you too long. You know what I'm saying? I won't keep you too long. You know what I'm saying? I won't stay winded, right? But no, man, just once again, you know what I'm saying, much love to everybody, especially my people in the cities. So give a shout out. Nah, man, just I want to also give flowers real quick to the class of 2026. Some dogs, man. Some dogs in there, man. I just want to give a shout out. Man, shit. Hey, you know me. I'm not I told you so, guys. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember a long time ago I said class of 26 is gonna be like one of the best we've had out of the state. So man, much love to everybody getting it off, man, dropping high numbers, you know what I'm saying? Putting up buckets, you know what I'm saying? Even the young cats and young cats out there, y'all know. Some young dogs and stuff that are coming up too. But my 2026 brethren and sisterins, you know what I'm saying, be getting loose. I want to give my flowers to you guys, man. We already in 2026 right now. It's January. It's like 5 more months. 5 more months, man. You know what I'm saying? And shit. I just don't understand I don't understand what else you guys got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it's now up to the other people that you have, you know what I'm saying, to put you in the right places to be where you need to be. So y'all know how I feel about that. You know I'm biased. I'm always biased to my Apple Valley, you know what I'm saying, 2026, you know what I'm saying, young dudes and young ladies, you know what I'm saying, because they done cracked it off, they cracking it off, and I'm you know what I'm saying, to be invested with these young people, you know what I'm saying, as they come into adulthood, you know what I'm saying, like they grown ups now, like they can talk like they're supposed to, you know what I mean, like we all was that age, right, but we're supposed to. So it's good to kind of have conversations with them as they blossom into young adults. And flowers to them, man. I'm a believer in giving flowers what they do. And all you guys, you young people, class 2026 young people, you guys have worked pretty hard at your craft, especially the athletes, and just all the scholars and students in general. Because I always am a big believer. If you don't know, you should motherfucking know right now. I'm a big believer in education first. I am. It's always student athlete. It's never worked. If anybody's ever tried athlete student, it's never worked. So it's student first. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, right? So he's a lot of these young people, especially, like, you know what I'm saying, more biases, my athletes. But that includes all sports, chess, sport, ping pong, all that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, my athletes, man, it's just, you know what I mean? Big flowers to you guys, 2026, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my show, so that's who I wanted to holler at real quick. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. Man, my chair be tripping, man. Hold up, man. My chair be tripping. Yeah, what the heck? I know. I started seeing the mic go. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa, what's that? You know what I mean? Hey, but yo, you know what I'm saying? Hey, 5 more months, y'all. 5 more months. Like for real. I know I'll be talking crazy, but now when that's what the thing about knowing people when they were younger and giving them the information you give them and see how they grow with it, because once they become adults, they understand language. They understand language better. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everything you speak to them can be very crisp because they understand now. You know what I mean? They haven't been manipulated by the whole world yet. You know what I mean? You still got a chance to have a regular conversation with them at about 18. You know what I'm saying? After that, 18 to 25, they flying. They out. You ain't never reached them. So these dudes and these young ladies is man. You know what I mean? Hey, my bad. My bad. I'll get emotional when I think about these people, especially these classes, because I've been talking about them for years. I've been telling people how this shit go down. You know what I'm saying? How these people get off, but you know what I mean? So but yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Ladies, don't be mad at me sometimes when I be getting on my shows and I be having like let me be inspirational to the ladies. We call it inspirational to the ladies, right? And just be throwing suggestions out to the ladies. Don't be upset about it. Ain't poking holes at you guys, because I give it to us men too. You know what I'm saying? Like I keep it on the Angels advocate. I let everybody know information from both sides. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen it and I've had conversations with them, both sides, so I know what I'm talking about. So don't take it personal. You know what I'm saying? I'm just popping out. Yeah. So there was this thing on 8 at the table, whatever show. I get a lot of my ideals and things I want to talk about during my affirmations off of this show. I just do. I don't care. So the topic of the clip was absent fathers versus single mothers, who are really to blame, right? I just wanted to touch on that because it's like, how are you always pairing absent father? How are you pairing just absent fathers with single mothers? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a low number. You know what I mean? On real. So if you think about it like that, it's really not a blame situation. It's a percentage. So you have a lot more single mothers, right, than you do have absent fathers. So single mothers, it would seem like it would be to blame because of the advantage that there is number wise, right? But in a sense, the absent fathers make up probably a large part of our deficit. You know what I'm saying? Even though we have a less percentage of men that cause single mothers, right? So if you think about it like that, the time, the effort, the financial is probably a bigger blow to a community than the other person. You know what I'm saying? Like in a number scheme, right? So the blame looks like it's on the man because of the impact of all that has on the child, right? But the numbers are low. You know what I mean? Of people the guys that really don't have any input or any intertwining with their children. It's a low number. I mean, you can bring it up, but it's a low number. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? If that argument comes into play, I don't think you can place blame on either one. I think it's just a situational. Everything's a situational ship, right? And I think that people need to make sure when they get into that situational ship, like a divorce or a breakup or whatever, they understand that they've committed to being um, intertwined for a child. So, single motherhood is not to be looked at as something bad, right? But it shouldn't be looked at to be something that's incentivized. You know what I'm saying? People know they've read that kind of stuff. So it then paints a darker picture on being a single motherhood and being the blame for the situation because they're incentivized. That's always been a topic about it, right? So just number wise, I think the numbers of deadbeat fathers is low, especially now in 2026, because we stepping up. We stepping up. Think I'm lying? I'll be in mine. and I'll be seeing a lot of us there. I'll be, hey, I'm with y'all. See me there. I see you there. So I see a lot of dads and kids. I'll be like, yo, hey. I'll be seeing kids. I'll be like, hey, doing everything down. Like, what's up there? Hey. So it's just, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all in perspective. Like, to talk about that topic, that's getting it in right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no blame. I think, like I said, I think it's a number wise. I think that young ladies need to be more educated with, you know, how men operate. You know what I'm saying? How, especially when it comes to a household, and you know, I think men need to just keep stepping up like we are. So, you know, yeah. But that show, I get a lot of my stuff from them. I be watching their show, man. They be cracking me up, man. They be going off, especially because the ladies be going off. You know what I'm saying? The little dude with the little dress, he got a little dress on his head, light skinned dude. He be going off. Like, it be y'all ladies, y'all the ones that be trying to break up all the time. The girls be like, "Who you talking about, y'all ladies?" I'll be trying to break up. I'll be cracking up, man. But I get a lot of my stuff from there. Shout out to Eight at the Table. I seen something. Men don't want women with other men have that other men have access to, and I think that's a huge thing. I think that's a huge thing for. Um, I think that's a huge thing for relationships because I think ultimately the other person really just wants to know that you choose them. You know what I mean? So it's going to be moments where you have to show that. You know, I think that's the biggest thing when it comes to that type of statement. When people say that they don't want somebody that somebody else has access to, right? I think what they're trying to say is at the moment that it could happen, because a lot of times you know say they be, especially like some dudes. I'm not the player. Hey, I know some players in the game now. You know what I mean? They the best of ladies. You know what I'm saying? That be like the ladies be cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, I'm just saying, I've seen it before. You know what I mean? So, I think as long as, you know, when it comes to a woman being like, you know what I'm saying, look, that's enough, boom, man, be like, all right, baby, I got you. You know, so and then the same thing with the man, but we want it more like before it's even before a person get in COVID line, before they get into the COVID line, you're like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We do. That's how we is. But all men, all women, just really want that person that they're with to not be like, especially at a moment. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, okay, do I talk to this one or do I make sure my girl good, right? And the same thing with the man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So, um, oh, so yeah. I posted that video the other day. Um, I posted that video the other day, and TJ, I had TJ shuffling up a hill. You know what I'm saying? If anybody knew this hill, like it's like a pretty steep hill. You know what I'm saying? But that was just me. Like, 'cause I always felt like um, one of the things I always felt like this what made me think about it too is that I've told people this story sometimes before. So when he was little and he started walking, we had this little thing, this little warmer thing, right? You know what I'm saying? You put it on, you was warm, and it's like over around your neck, right? So when you started walking, I put the thing on. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, you gotta learn to walk with that on. You know what I'm saying? So like he got fast, right? And so what it made me think was, okay, if I teach him something and he work at it more than somebody else, he gonna be better at it. So everybody teaching the kids how to walk, run. So I'm like, all right, shuffle down, shuffle down this damn hill. So everybody else's shuffle is regular. When your shuffle is because you've been doing it. It's just the way I think, man. Sometimes I like to just tell people endless game, drop jewels, because there's so many jewels out here, man. It's like that's why I be like, that's why I understand. Like I've always talked about before, that's why I understand people that reject other people, because you're gonna get another knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about us as gods. You know what I'm saying? That's why regular people can't understand that language. Like it's a language, um, and I tell that all the time. Like like he said it. He said it. It's like it's your breath. You know what I'm saying? It'll breathe life into you. That's your language. So the more you speak, what do you do when you're speaking? You're using like your hardest form of breath to make that word, to make that consonant, that vibration. You know what I'm saying? And I think people need to understand that that's how the God language is, and not to be so rejective of it. You know what I'm saying? Because it that's how we are. That's how we speak. That's how we. I read something before that said, I think I brought this up before. Energy, right? Energy comes from us, each and every one of us. But what it said was, this was an interesting thing that I saw. It said that when you connect with someone, regardless of any level, your energy automatically comes off. Their energy automatically comes off, and automatically it magnifies. So that's like, you know what I mean? Like, so if I can bring my energy to a bigger level, like if I can set my energy off and get higher vibration, and then I can get automatically my others is gonna feed off of that, because that's the energy that we sharing and multiplying. Big game, man. I try to tell y'all every show. I put a little jewel in every episode. I put a little jewel in. I put that game out there. You know what I'm saying? Take it. Hey, you listen to it, blessings. And if you don't, it wasn't meant for you, man. I'm gonna try to get you guys out of here tonight, man. 10:45, man. I told my girl I'll be done by 10:45. The brain uses 20% of your body's energy. 20% body. The brain. People don't understand what that means. Remember, I was telling y'all about 51%, right? Damn. So people's out. So the brain uses 20% of your energy. You got an arm. You got another arm. You got a leg. You got another leg. People be like, oh, dumbass. Yeah. It's 5 pieces. Yeah. 20% perfect. No. Because at the end of your arms, you got another hand. And you got fingers. And you got fingers. And you got toes. And you got feet. And you got pants. You got stank home. You got now do you understand what I'm saying? The brain by itself uses 20% of the body's energy. That means that mug is consuming a lot of your energy. A lot of your energy. I'll be saying some weird stuff sometimes, man. Look, let's get into it. Let's get into it tonight, man. I'm not going to keep you guys long tonight. I'm not going to be winning tonight for you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to crack it off like this. Look. A topic I think is very serious is about fear of a good relationship. The reason why this comes up is for my mom. You know what I'm saying? Bless that woman's soul still around this motherfucker. But still, fear of good relationship, right? And the reason why it comes up like that for me, and thinking about my mom, is because my mom always used to ask me, "Are you?" She's like, "Yo, man, like," she's like, "Dude, as smart as you are you scared to succeed?" You know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, "Dude, just the way you do it, like, are you scared to just go ahead and just get it?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Mom, I'm being patient." And how do you apply that? Right? You thinking? Because I think a lot of people. Hold on. Bam, let's go. Bow with it. Hey man, I'll be on the low, man. Look, I'm old school with it. All I'm trying to do, like I told y'all before, is give y'all information. Once I get, you know what I mean, into the whole visual effects and stuff. Right now, I don't need to do that. I'm just giving you information. Take it. Blessings. If you don't, pass it on. But welcome to the Terror Dome. So a lot of people really do want to be good people that have good relationships with good people. I think that's and I think that's deeply rooted in us. I think that's what we really want. Like every person, I think every person wants one person. Like for real. Like and there's it could be like straight up a dude rolling one moment like, dang, I'm gonna give it all up for her. Right. But that one more, he's like, oh hell no. So she's calling, but still, I think that everybody in their heart wants to be in a relationship with someone. I think with one person. You know what I'm saying? I think everyone has that true overall goal. It's our innate nature, yin and yang. I tell you, it's a full circle in life. So in order to complete that full circle, you got to match, right? And everybody wants that match. I think that basically on topic of what I'm talking about is the monkey wrench usually comes from within. I think a lot of times. I think within the relationship, within the two people, I think the problem that flares up is caused between them, um, which is, with all the things that go on in the world today, with all the people pulling you here and there, work, kids, whatever, you know, how can you give each other or even think of having a reason to not be with the person that you decided to be with? You know what I'm saying? More so, like I told y'all, the people in marriages, main stuff I'm talking about, people that are single might just be sitting there and be like, yo, what the hell are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But point being, I think a lot of people within relationships self sabotage it. I think they really get to a point where they actually don't want to be with the person, but don't want to be the person that breaks up. So they self sabotage. They cause rifts, accusations, and this stuff is real. This stuff is real. I get it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of times, a lot of people play Russian roulette. You know what I'm saying? I think they don't understand that accusing somebody multiple times and being wrong causes rifts in relationships. I'm not saying all the time, all the time, but there are signs. And I think when somebody plays Russian roulette, finally they hit on black. It'd be like, yo, hey, my bad. I didn't think you liked me no more. I thought you ain't called me for like I ain't know, you know what I'm saying? But then it'd be like, yo, it's over. But you wanted it over anyway. You was mad about something anyway. You holding grudges. Also, I think people get into these relationships to mainly be catered to. I think a lot of people want the title. For real, I think a lot of people get in relationships with labels just for the title, because it's easier. It's easier to kind of drift away from that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no real connection. Um, and then you don't have to hold on to something. I think that causes, that's part of what that fear is. You know what I mean? So uh, you make it so it's difficult to actually connect with somebody because you're just really in it because of what they're doing for you or how they make you feel. And then once you don't get that high from that person doing things for you, you know how it is. Um, and I think that's why we were talking about before earlier in one of my shows. Um, Having conversations about bringing it to the table. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think nobody, because you got to ask that. You got to be like, hey, what's up, man? what you trying to, man, what you trying to do, man? All right, man, let me know. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with having those kind of conversations. I think mm, they're very important, especially in today's society. You know what I'm saying? And um, people have ulterior motives. I'm a deep believer in people having ulterior motives and learning how to read those. and just roll with the flow. But overall, understanding that being in a relationship and being the only one that's catering to somebody, you got to catch on to that quick. So, and that can kind of cause a lot of fear to be in a good relationship because you're scared of things like that happening to you, getting used. But I mean, you got to have those conversations. Point again, because everybody's got demands. Everybody has things, and people try to be up. You got to listen to this stuff, man. Because I'm being for real. People have this stuff up front, like you know what I'm saying. Everything is perfect. They can handle everything, right? Everybody puts up that front at first. Everybody does. We all do. But red flags are going to come out in situations with people because you can't judge a person until you've actually seen how they operate in every situation. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when you know, okay, because you know, right? But you can't be like, okay, I know how this person is, and all of a sudden, you know what I mean? They surprise you or whatever. You got to have an understanding that someday a different demand is going to come up, and you know what I mean. And as long as you're willing to be like, okay, um, can we have a conversation about this? Or if they're asking for something or demanding something, are you willing to do that? That's a huge part of having a good relationship, and um, can you do that? Can you do what you ask of other people? Like if somebody asks you to do something and you had just asked them to do it and they said, yeah, you have a conversation, right? And they was like, yeah, well, look, this ain't going well for me. I was asking, could you do this? And they were like, yeah. And then they turn around and ask you the same thing. Can you? You got to think yourself like that when you ask and have conversations. You got to think like that because it only represents itself right that you show okay whatever I'm asking for. You know what I mean? I've got to be able to do too because there's a lot of people that can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I've had conversations with guys. I've been in relationships like that. So you got to be able to see and show that you're able to do what each other are going to be asking, you know, because that's going to come up when you meet the person that you want. That shit pops off like when you meet, and this is what I'm saying. I know people can say, "Nah, that ain't what I'm at," but what I'm saying is when you meet the complete person that you have had fantasy that whatever, like that person that's meant for that whatever, it comes with it comes with some requests. It just do at some point in time. It just do at some point in time. Can you do what's asked? You know what I'm saying? And then that's what you gotta realize a lot of people do because they finally understand that they can't. And that monkey wrench is coming in fast. They like, yo, I gotta make sure I'm out of here because there's no way. This person is too much. What? For real, like I'm real serious. That's like I think you think I'm lying. I think people really have. If we analyze that or have conversations and talk about that, I guarantee you, people be like, "Yo, I gotta break up with this because it's too close to exactly what I want." Tell them that fear, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it's crazy because I've been in that. I was in that before. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Yo, this nah, nah." You know what I mean? And it might have. I don't know, but you know, what I'm saying I had to make a move, but. So uh you gotta what I learned now, this is what's dope, like I tell y'all about already, you know what I'm saying, with my girl now is she is very, very exactly like the person that I always thought. So I seen it. That's why I've ever told her this before too. Like I be talking crazy. She don't understand me. I don't talk about I be talking stuff. So I seen it before. So you know what I'm saying? I see that and you gotta have that those moments, especially when I was talking about earlier in today's show, being pulled apart with so much different things. You know what I'm saying? Like she's going for work and taking care. We got the kids. You know what I'm saying? We grown people got kids. You know what I'm saying? So we get pulled here, pulled there. But we do a little date night. You know what I'm saying? It's our Friday nights, and that's important. You know what I'm saying? Like that shows that you don't have fear for a good relationship because that's the type of stuff you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to devote a time or times, you know what I'm saying, as much time as you can with that person. And that shows that you guys want to invest in you in y'all. Because if you're gonna just keep running, ripping and running, and I get it, people running businesses and stuff, but you know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking to y'all too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't invest and do something together, especially when it starts now. The smart thing to do is build and become and blend businesses or work with each other under one accord, which makes you guys be able to do more things together, which is some dope shit. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's the whole ideal of a good relationship. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, especially the cater people I was talking about earlier, they want just a certain amount of you, and then once they get enough, they're done. People are done. Once people get enough of you, they out. So you got to be careful of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why. Um, in the beginning, people can't have conversations. You know what I mean? Uh, 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 to get that out the way, because it's a hard life lesson to be just used and not be with somebody that's going to put a little bit something into you. You know what I mean? And you know, and them people, I talk for them people. Then the people, people talk about people, toxic people. Them the toxic people. You know what I'm saying? Because what they do is they smooth monkey wrench it, and then they put the blame on you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They try to make the blame be on you. So you gotta be careful of them people. Um, Communication is always the key. Um, if you can sit down with your person, your partner, and like I said, most of the stuff that I'm talking about when I'm talking about my love show, the people that are single probably ain't gonna fuck with, excuse my language. Hey, it's my nice show. But the people that are single probably gonna understand the language I'm talking about. But the people that are with people, I'm trying to tune it for you guys more so because it's not the single people's language. It's more so people that are like, hey, you know what? I like this person. And they're with someone that's like, hey, you know what? I like this person. And then they'll probably understand what I'm saying because whether they're married or not, but because you gotta like a person. You know what I'm saying? So if you like a person, the stuff I'm saying is, okay, let me try it. Because I like them. Somebody's like, man, this socks stink. I'm about to leave. What time to talk about? You know what I'm saying? So uh, um, that communication thing is all every show that I've ever had, everything that I always talk about when I talk, especially when I talk about love, it's always about communication. It's the illest thing ever. I mean, that's what I try to do on the show is try to put y'all on a little bit of game. You know what I'm saying? Have a little conversation with you, bring you into my house. But communicate and be on one accord with each other when it comes to good relationships. If you're going to be good people in good relationships with good people, it's important to be good people. And yes, Captain Obvious, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Shy and Zeke, they was talking about the other day. They was talking about Newton. You know what I'm saying? What did he say? He said, my boy said, hey, he went back in the day and said, let's see how creative he is. He said, Newton was like, hey, a thing in motion stays in motion. He said, yeah. They funny, man, but you know what I'm saying? Like that's some real stuff, man. Um so um I think that date nights are like good times to talk about what your love looked like. You know what I'm saying? Like I think those are good times for you guys to talk about what your love looks like. Like that's what remember I was telling y'all before. That's where you build your like language that y'all have. Like when y'all in a room and y'all look at each other and y'all laugh, right? Y'all build that on date nights because the conversations y'all have, the things y'all do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Y'all build that language, and I think I've been every time I bring that up, I was just like a suggestion that I've had for you guys. Like I said, people that want to be good relationships with good people try it. You know what I'm saying? Build y'all love language. Y'all talk and act like how y'all do. Like me and my girl, we go out, we talk and act like how we do. Like ain't nobody in that moment. People know we just talking. Ain't nobody even around. We build our language. You know what I'm saying? I think that's imperative. It's beautiful how to do. I'm just labeling it. A lot of people do it already, but I'm just labeling it. I think it's important to do something like that. Build your language. Something different than just going out and hanging out. It's actually like, look, like I said, having moments in a loud environment anywhere where it's just you two having a conversation like nobody's there. That's how you build your language. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'll be on some twisted stuff. So, like I said, if you listen to it, blessings. If not, pass it on to somebody else, man. They might want to hear it. Being friends, I think a lot of people are fearful of a good relationship because you have to be good friends, but now you have expectations and or yeah, now you have expectations and demands, right? Whereas when you have best friends, there's no expectation and demands. I can just, hey, you gonna be there, I'll be there. All right. And that's the conversation most of the time, right? So with your partner, most of the time it now it becomes like, no, seriously, I'm serious. This is what is this for ladies. This is what's for your heads up for you guys is that you know what I'm saying, men we be like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna speak for all y'all, but sometimes when y'all be talking, right, and y'all be telling us stories about work and everything that happened, and Susie, you know what I'm saying, and your friend, we be like, yeah, one time to score the game. Okay, I'm saying sometimes, but not all the time. So, it's important to understand that that's the friendship of it now, right? That's the true friendship of it now, because your boy ain't gonna make you say he cool with you not listening to the whole story. Ladies, this is how y'all talk, but guys, we ain't gotta listen to their whole story. You know what I'm saying? But that becomes the new thing about being friends for men is the friends that we had, the homies. We if we don't want to, we only gotta have conversations like that. But with our new best friend, with our new best friend, now we gotta we gotta have long conversations. This is not like I said, ladies. Like I said, it's not a put down. This is not a put down. Okay. So what I said, ladies, look, it's just some heads up for you when you're dealing with young men out here. Um, we get it, but we learn to get it as we get older. But that's something that men have to understand on their side. Like I said, my angel's advocate, men on our side, we have to understand that we have to learn how to listen, and not only that, we have to learn how to have conversations. We have to learn how to talk. We got to talk to our ladies, um, and it becomes easier once you, like I said, have these date nights and create a language, a love language with your lady. So for the dudes, yeah. But you got, hey, I think one of the biggest things is once you do get on that level two, I think you have to understand the properness of being a gentleman and a lady. I think that you know, I think that era was beautiful when they used terms like gentleman and lady. I think that was the illest. I from what I've done on research. No. Hold on, hold on. I ain't know all that. I ain't know all that. I've done. I've seen in the thing. I'm just talking about as terms of like language and it was starting to come in. You know what I'm saying? Styleness was starting to come in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yes, everything in our culture has been styled, but I'm just saying in terms of new, you know what I mean? Like we take everything and make it good. You know what I'm saying? And them suits was made out of what? You know what I mean? So when a gentleman and a lady, you know what I mean? So what? And I think it's imperative for when you have relationships with someone, you establish yourself as that, because there's just a respect that was different at that time. You know what I mean? I mean, chivalry was at its highest. You know what I'm saying? Like we was dope. Dudes was dope. You know what I'm saying? We was cold with it. You know what I mean? Like yo, sky, wham, whoop, puddle. We was cold. We was cold. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Pips was like, girl, put your meat down. You know what I'm saying? Let us play a ball through. You know what I mean? But still, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, though, gentlemen and lady, it was just a stylish, um, way of treating your partner. You know what I mean? and ladies walking with elegance. You know what I mean? Um, but you gotta figure it out. You gotta figure it out. Um, you gotta realize too. So, um, this situation of this is a scary situation for real, for real, for real. So people, um, I think this is something that it's a plague of sayings that they had to leave so that they can get better. I think that's a plague. I think that's a monkey wrench if you ever heard it before in your life. Because if the whole point of being in a relationship is to build, the whole point of the relationship is to get better while you're with the person. Wait a minute. I get it. Some people will say that they couldn't get better while they were with the person, but some people didn't try to get better and then decided to try after they got rid of the person. And I'm gonna call it what it is: got rid of the person. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, you know what I'm saying, and be like the person was holding it down. The person just was like, nah, you know what? When I'm getting better, I don't want you to do it. You can go over there. So people will leave so that they can, uh, 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 you know, do whatever they want to do. And then most of the time, they don't end up better. Tell me I'm lying. All right, right? So the whole point, like I just spoke, is about building. If you're really a good person and you really want to have a good relationship with another person, another good person, you got to know how to build. And I'm not talking about going to grab some. Y'all see them videos before with the dudes, and like you know what I'm saying, like Thailand or something like that. They build a little. They go with their hands. They build. They build like a big old, big old trench, whatever, with their hands. Dig out a trench with their hands. They build like a little hut. You know what I'm saying, with a stream, the swimming pool, with their hands and clay, and just make it from the ground. Man, we dope, man. We dope, yo. So why wouldn't you be able to think in a relationship we can do something big? We got to build. I know some people, man. Talk about this last episode. I know a lot of people, man. They got years invested, and you just see what they build, man. You just see the good children that come from them. Um, uh, just the activism, the commitment to their cities, their kids' schools. Um, their growth in their careers. um, they built together. And when you find somebody that you can do that with, like I said, man, like I said, I talk about the energy, man. The energy. I'm sending off energy. I'm sending it off. You know what I'm saying? Who coming with me? I'm sending off energy. That's what it's about. I got energy. You got some? Because I'm sending it off. Right? And build. Build on that. So I think the whole point of people being uh, fearful of a good relationship is that they're they're scared to be with the right one. They're scared to be with the right one. They see it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. People have had that moment. You see the right one. You're like, nah, that can't be it. So, everybody had that moment, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not talking to like people that are just single out here getting busting on people. Who's like, I don't want to be with nobody. That's what I'm talking about. It's crazy. I get it. But people that are with the one that I'm talking about. So, man, I'm gonna let y'all go tonight, man. Hey, snap! Just looked up 10:45 on the dot, baby. I'm gonna let y'all go tonight, man. I gotta get up early, man. I'm working with these young people, man. They got me running. I gotta get my Fitbit up. But thank you for joining me. If you joined me tonight, I appreciate it. Lots of love to everybody, man. Giving shouts out to everybody in the world right now, especially people in my city. Minnesota's a mecca. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota's a mecca. The spotlight is on us now. Let's make something happen, man. Let's make something big happen, man. Let's crack off, man. Let's pop off, man. It's time to pop off. The eyes is on Minnesota, man. It's time to pop off, man. I've been talking this shit for so many years. Why ain't you crowd behind me, man? My energy is on high. My energy is on 1,000, man. I'm feeding the energy. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I've been telling y'all. Like I've been telling people about Minnesota being a mecca. If you heard that come out of my mouth, you know what I'm saying. I've been saying this. Let's build, man. I know how to build, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get it. Much love for y'all tonight. Blessings, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in for Thailand TV. I'll be back on Monday with my sports show. Talk about some sports. You know what I'm saying? Talking about my boys. My boys is cracking right now. They about to set it off. 2026. Cut ill, nigga. Let's go. See my language.